Kia ora, my name is Collin Bjork. I am the host of Pod Uni, the podcast about podcasting. The goal of this podcast is to help you learn how to create your own podcast and also to help you learn how to think critically about the podcasts that we listen to. I like to think of this podcast as a kind of textbook, but not as heavy and hopefully a lot more fun. It will feature sometimes me speaking directly to you about podcast production techniques. Other times I'll be speaking with experts and smart people in the field about other podcasting issues. But like any good textbook, don't listen to this podcast in order. Skip around. Listen to the episodes that interest you. This podcast is produced here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, so I often use te reo Māori or Māori language words like kia ora. The Māori are the tangata whenua of Aotearoa, New Zealand, the people of the land, the first inhabitants of these islands. And my efforts to use Māori language are not just a recognition of the land on which I produce this podcast. They're also an acknowledgement of the rich and storied history of kōrero, of the speech history of Māori culture. Ultimately, I hope that this podcast is for anyone who's interested in podcasting. I especially hope it's useful for teachers across a variety of disciplines and levels. I hope it's useful for university lecturers and high schoolers and even primary school. I hope it's useful for communication and media classes, rhetoric and writing classes, literature and culture classes. I've deliberately not applied a disciplinary lens to this podcast so that you might find episodes that are useful to you, include them in your courses, and then apply your own disciplinary lens on top of it. Thanks for listening. Kia ora.